In the meantime, let's jump back into the story here in Ottawa. All eyes on Friday's meeting with the Prime Minister between AFN Chief Sean Atleo. One person who won't be at that meeting, Attawapiskat Chief Teresa Spence. She says today she is refusing to go to the Friday meeting between First Nations leaders and the Prime Minister because she says her demand to have the Governor-General is not being met. The Governor-General won't be there. Now she says she won't be there. I'm joined now, remember, I'm picking up this conversation I've had with three MPs, Conservative Greg Rickford, NDP Paul Dewar, and the Liberals Carolyn Bennett. Can you support that? Would you support her continuing this at risk of her own life unless the Governor-General comes, even though the Prime Minister... I'm just trying to get a sense of the
Prime Minister to pick up the phone and invite the Governor-General. That's what I want. He's the only person who can stop this.
Evan, it's no surprise that the Liberal MP would be into symbolism. I share Paul's historical perspective on this. There is a certain degree of importance, and that took place at the Crown First Nation gathering. Beyond these are policy level discussions. Right in that quote, up until Paul, just started to give his own sense of whether our government had or had not been acting. I completely agree that we have certainly been very busy with a number of pieces of legislation and consultative processes around water and sewer and education. We have a robust uptake from communities and regions in those regards. And this meeting that is going to occur Friday is an opportunity for the Assembly of First Nations, their leaders, regionally represented, and the Prime Minister and the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs to meet. Let's have those policy discussions.
I know, but you can't really paint this that the consultation has worked when you've got a hunger striking chief, you've got a growing Idle No More movement, you've got a lawsuit that was launched against the government on the duty to consult over the two omnibus bills. I mean, clearly, whatever the government's done, it's not connecting with large swaths of the Aboriginal population, and there's clearly a lot of work to be done. I guess so that's fair to say, I think, descriptively. Carolyn Bennett has just said, you think that,
what do you think? Else is wrong.
No, but what do you think of the Idle No More and this movement and AFN Chief writing letters to your government saying they haven't been listening?
There was no consultation on C-38 or C-45.
We're all drawing the positives from, for example, the Idle No More movement. We see this as an opportunity to reach out to young Aboriginal Canadians who want to participate. There's been an element of disenfranchisement with all levels of government, including their own, and we've seen that trend most recently in some of their activities. And so we understand and respect peaceful process and protest. We want, of course, the rule of law to prevail, and public safety is at the forefront. But I think at the end of this, if we could have a legacy that saw these dynamics come towards one clear direction, I think we've got potential. We've heard that as recently today.
I got less than a minute here. Just quickly, any reaction to Carolyn Bennett's telling you? She spoke to Chief Spence. No Governor-General, hunger strike continues. What's the government's reaction to that?
I don't have a response with respect to that. I can't confirm anything that any conversations that my colleague here has had with Chief Spence. I would encourage her to take this opportunity if the Assembly of First Nations, who's been coordinating their delegation, has that opportunity to come and have those conversations. But I'm not going to comment beyond that.
We need to see real action. We need to have more than words. And with respect to my colleague, the Idle No More, the grassroots movement has been sweeping the nation, and the hunger strike, etc., was because the Prime Minister and this government didn't follow up with concrete action. There's a lack of real trust here. That has to be rebuilt, and that's the key here.
Can I just get your reaction? Would you encourage Chief Spence to go to this meeting even without the Governor-General?
No, I want her to actually be able to, lead her constituents, her band members, healthy, and I would hate to see her hunger strike continue. I have to say, though, that the government should, this is a government that is invoking rules in all the embassies across the world to have the Queen's picture put in prominence within all of their embassies. So the symbolism should be noted that it's not just one side. For the Aboriginal people, the Queen and their representatives matter. So it's not an unreasonable request that she is making.
All right, I got to leave it there today. I'm sure we'll have this discussion as we look forward to the Friday meeting, which you'll be at, and I hope to speak to you after that. Greg Rickford, Paul Dewar, Carolyn Bennett, who met with Chief Spence today on Victoria Island. Lots more to come. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, Vice President Joe Biden today met with groups representing survivors of mass shootings. He promised